I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refined Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through it and going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves, and the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for your call. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them as a sponsor of my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies so you can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies. And one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth. Gotta give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years, and my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand, love the concept, love what they give back, love the community, love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. Okay, welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today, we have a very, very special guest, Jessimae Peluso.
Perfect.
Thank you for being here.
You nailed it.
So this is a first-time meeting, but I saw you perform. It was very interesting because somebody came into the room while you were performing and basically told you your time was done.
You came to my Netflix show.
Yeah.
That kid.
Yeah, so I came to that show where a guy was totally rude, interrupting you, and I didn't know. I don't know you. I was with my friend Derek, Dustin, and my wife.
Dustin!
And we wanted to check this person. We started getting offended by it because he wouldn't stop, and he was slamming shit backstage in the room and shit.
Zach Zucker.
What was that guy's problem, dude?
Probably too many trophies as a child, not enough struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, if you have not been humbled by life, you treat people with a certain amount of...
You just said his name in the podcast. Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
I said his name in my podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you talked about this before.
I did. I talked about it, and he sent me an email the day after.
Oh, he's saying sorry and stuff?
Yeah, my agents reached out to me. They're like, this kid's trying to get a hold of you. And I'm like, nope. They said, can we give him your email? And I said, nope. I didn't have any anger or anything. I just had no need to talk to him.
You never met him before either? That was the first time meeting him?
No. And the thing that's hilarious is the venue at Bourbon Room told me I had a certain time to be off.
Yeah.
And the second I got off stage, the minute hit when I had until... So I don't know what his problem was. Maybe a Klonopin. I'm not sure.
Maybe he had a rough day or something.
Yeah, but you know what? Grow up.
Yeah.
We're all having rough days.
Totally.
And the projection is the amount of people that now feel this freedom in projecting and just being.
Yeah.
No, we should contain ourselves.
Yeah, with no consequences most of the time too.
Exactly.
Which is interesting.
Civilized societies work.
What if you just stopped and was what's up, motherfucker, and smacked him in the face or something? Then you'd be canceled.
Right. And also, what if he does that? I doubt he would have done that.
Somebody else who might really check him.
Right. And check him for the last time.
Yeah.
I doubt he would have done that if there were a man on stage. I think there was definitely some mommy projection going on, but...
Yeah, it was interesting.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before. I was holy shit.
In the 20 plus years I've been doing this, I've never experienced
And you handled it so well.
I don't even remember. I blacked out.
You did?
I don't remember what I said.
You said a couple things, but then you kept it moving and you finished your shit.
Yeah.
And then there were people in the audience being yo, let her finish her shit. Do you know what I mean?
I do remember I remember someone saying something. But yeah, it was wild. I can't believe you were at that show. I forgot you were there with Dustin.
Yeah, it was first time seeing, and it was a great show.
It was a lot of fun.
And happy, would have been your dad's birthday, right? So it was your dad's birthday.
Yeah, it was my dad's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, you were talking about him a lot. And
he was my best friend. So it was, it's always hard when you lose somebody like that in your life. But I did something yesterday that I never had done before. I made his favorite meal. Where are you from?
East Coast.
Okay, so you've heard of Chicken Riggies?
Probably.
Okay, Chicken Riggies is from Utica, New York.
Okay.
The origin.
Because you're Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So upstate stuff. And that was my dad's favorite dish. And I've been getting into cooking lately. So I made it last night.
How was it?
I was surprised, man. I don't know if it was Bobby Flay level delish, but my man said it was delicious. And I was like, okay. And he's a tough critic.
So you just started cooking recently?
I've been getting into it the past 5 years. But the past couple years more because I'm, with a man and he likes to eat. I like to eat. Yeah. I'm not even going to put it on him. I like to eat.
Yeah. You didn't start cooking during the pandemic like everybody else did?
Yeah, I always kind of made stuff for myself, but now I'm starting to cook. Following recipes kind of.
That's cool.
I'm an intuitive person, so it's hard to go buy the book.
Yeah,
I went to a 2-year college, couldn't even finish it, so I can't even.
You did?
Yeah.
What was your major in college?
Anthropology and photography.
Have you taken photos and done any of that stuff since then?
I do enjoy photography.
Yeah.
My cousin's a professional photographer and he's really talented. And I've always liked it. But I like people, and I think that's what anthropology for me was interesting. But I was there for a minute. I opened my eyes, closed them, and I was gone. Did you go to college?
Fuck no, I didn't. I moved to New York City by myself when I was 18, man. 1988.
From where?
From Maryland, but I was born in Massachusetts and I went to Maryland for a while because my mom had a job there.
That's wild that we figured out.
About Charlie.
Charlie Garriga.
I know. How do you know him?
I was going to call him a flying tomato, but that's what's his name?
He has a nickname.
Sean.
They call him Moose too.
They call him Moose?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's my dad used to call my dog. Charlie and I have known each other for over 2 decades. We worked together in New York.
Really?
Bartending, yeah.
So when were you in New York City?
I was in there early 2000s.
Okay, I moved to 2001. I moved here. Wow.
Yeah, I moved
because you own the bar.
Yeah.
Did you work at the bar?
Yes, I did. Did you ever go into that bar?
No, because I had moved away.
Okay, it's so weird if you would have come in and we're now figuring that out.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah, and so Gorilla Biscuits and Civ and all those guys.
Were you into punk rock before that? Know anything about it?
Never knew anything about it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a movement more than it is music. Music.
It's insane, dude.
It's a brotherhood and sisterhood, it feels.
It's a family, yeah. But also Syracuse had a lot of hardcore bands too.
Yeah.
We used to play the Horizon up there.
I was just going to say that. Mm-hmm. Kid Rock played the Horizon before he was Kid Rock. That's our claim to fame.
He played the Warped Tour too, I think.
He's wild.
Yeah, but Syracuse, there's so many shows up there. I know I'll probably get it wrong. I think Earth Crisis is from Syracuse. There's also this band Snapcase, that's Buffalo. Buffalo and Syracuse kind of was like...
similar.
How far is that from each other?
Couple hours. Yeah, they're all they congeal, those upstate cities. They all kind of like one.
It's crazy how nobody really when they say New York, they only say New York City. They never talk about upstate. It's all the same fucking state, but people try to obviously it's different places, but...
Right, and New York makes up a very small percentage of the geographical expanse that is New York State. All of New York is upstate New York. Yeah. And when you say upstate to people who are from the city, they're like, oh, you mean Westchester? No. Yeah. I mean like Utica, bitch. We're talking about the Finger Lakes.
Hudson, Poughkeepsie.
That's not even like...
Albany.
Poughkeepsie will consider it. Hudson, New York feels like
Poughkeepsie's interesting, man. You ever been there?
It's a cool place.
Yeah. We used to play a club up there. It was an interesting neighborhood too. It's kind of wild up there, man.
Poughkeepsie's cool.
But I do see pictures of my friends who have places like Hudson during the fall. It's so beautiful in New York, dude. Especially up there, you know?
It makes me want to go there and spend the entire fall there.
And not leave your house and just be a hermit in the house.
And drink, pumpkin spice lattes.
And just fucking totally hibernate?
Yeah.
I know.
Things that humans are meant to do, we're meant to cycle. Yeah. And I think when we get out here in this place, although our weather's starting to evolve into be, I don't know, you've been out here for a while, don't you feel like it's becoming now seasonal?
It is, man.
We are experiencing definitive seasons.
Yeah, it was so muggy, it was so hot a couple weeks ago. Now the heat's coming back this week or something.
It's wild, but I mean,
know.
That rainy season, the one we just had, wild.
I know.
Was it not?
Yeah, my garage flood. It was horrible, dude.
I'm sure you guys, this is riveting to hear about weather, but
it's true. It's
wild.
How long have you been out here for?
A decade.
Damn.
And do you ever feel that decade itch? If you moved around a lot, like you went from Maryland to New York to here, do you ever feel?
Yeah, I do, but I just don't know where else I live besides California. I love it here. I mean, the weather, fucking ocean.
You have all the elements: the desert, the mountains, the ocean, the city. Name a more diverse, dynamic state.
I know. It's expensive and the taxes are high, but...
And the politics are wild. We won't go into it.
Oh, yeah, dude. The homelessness, everything. It's fucking wild, man. It really is. But I still love it, though. I don't know why.
I do, too. There's something about it. And this may be a statement that is not well accepted by many people, but I feel like I need to come with a Surgeon General's warning. I would like to go one day... maybe a few days in a month where I don't see the disparity in the city. Yeah. And it's not that I don't want to be responsible for it. Yeah. It's that I'm not. And the state needs to take care of it. I get just kind of exhausted seeing these transients, these people that no one's taking care of.
It's really sad. I don't drive. I sold my car a couple years ago. I walk everywhere. So I'll walk from Venice to my house.
What?
It's 8 miles or 9 miles. I'll walk from the Gold's Gym all the way down Venice Boulevard. And driving in LA is different, but walking through my house to there, it's so crazy, man. The people I walk through, the way it changes. Once you get to Culver City, it's like Disneyland, and then it goes back to gritty and grimy. And then you get to closer to Venice and stuff. It's interesting in that walk, man. I love it, though.
I was just going to be like, wow, that's like a Oregon Trail, but it really is only 8 miles.
It is.
It's not that far.
It seems so far, though, but it's not.
Because it takes us 3 times the amount of time as every other state to get to.
For sure.
A mile's it's insane.
It takes me a couple hours.
Walk.
I know I do. I love walking. I walk everywhere, man. I love it.
That's probably the New York energy in you.
It is, and I miss that.
I do too.
Imagine having these apps and count your steps when I lived in New York. Oh my God, dude.
I just got a Stella fart. Wow.
You did?
That was ripe.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be. I mean, she should be proud.
There's only a few people this happened to.
This is like broccoli. I'm in a broccoli cloud.
Damn, sorry. I should have a warning for my guests, though, that Stella might fart. That means she's comfortable just to bust ass on your leg.
Stella!
I'm sorry.
I love her.
Is it bad, though?
Oh, she's fine. I have 3 of these guys, so she is just fine.
You've been farted on a podcast?
This is a first.
Okay.
I'll have to say this is a first.
There's only a few people. You were up there Brolin and a couple people, so that means you're special.
Oh yeah, Brolin got farted on.
Oh yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I love all the stuff he does. He's so talented.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what about your life? How was it growing up in Syracuse?
Wholesome. I think very idyllic.
You have siblings?
I'm the youngest of 4 girls from 2 marriages.
Wow. Okay.
That's the upstate math.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have one dad, you weren't from Syracuse. Okay. You have to have 2 dads in order to leave. That's how you get out of the city. Gotcha. You know, people are like, why did you leave Syracuse? Well, you get a second dad, then you get to go. That's how you get to leave. Perfect. So, yeah. And now I feel more free saying this because both of my parents are dead. My mom moved in the neighbor's dad into our house. The neighbor's dad, okay. Let's see. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 houses down. That guy moved in. And I was like, when is Steve leaving? Did you know him? Just as a neighbor? We were best friends. Our families were best friends. Holy shit, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy because... How old were you? Well, I think it was going on for a little bit. I was in my... Just that cusp of time where a girl is leaving girlhood and going into like pre-adolescent. Gotcha. You know, that delicate space. It's a wild time to have roots unrooted and to try and make sense of that, make, some sort of semblance of normalcy in the family unit. But it was really wild that happened. And crazier part is his ex, or maybe she was at the time still with him. I don't know. It was so complicated. This makes me sound like, I swear we weren't white trash. Okay. My parents worked really hard. My mom's they're both were very smart. They did their best, but rightfully so. My neighbor, stepdad, his wife, I don't even think I've ever said this on a podcast. Oh shit. Shot our house. Shot your house? What? With a BB gun. Okay. The holes are still there. Wow. Shot through our screen door with the BB gun after this happened, which is such a low level retaliation. It's not even a real gun. Yeah. Not even a real gun, which I'm thankful for. Totally. But there's still, we just actually sold the home and there's a couple BB holes. We didn't even mention it to the buyer. So Godspeed. You sold your childhood home? Yeah. Wow. But it is wild because I don't know about for you. I feel like we romanticize our parents and we sort of put them on a pedestal. Totally. And I'm no different. But obviously they're flawed and we're flawed creatures. Totally, yeah. I've learned to I don't know, I just said some crazy thing where I did some crazy breath work thing and now I think my mom's cool. Not my mom's cool. I had some resentment towards my mom because she raised 3 boys on her own. Oof. My dad died when I was 3. So my mom had some resentment towards my mom. But when you become a parent, it's totally different when you look at it like that. Because I'm raising 1 son. And that's fucking hard. It made you have a different total respect for her. Yeah. Is she still with us? Yeah, she's still with us. How old is she? Almost 80. She was here the other day, man. Vibrant? Pretty vibrant, yeah. She got annoying Massachusetts, fucking accents too. Where are you from? Because I was born in Taunton, Mass. Then I moved to Newport, Rhode Island when my dad died. Then my mom got a job in Southern Maryland. Went out there for 4 years, went to high school. It was all rednecks and Confederate flags. It was horrifying. Then I moved to New York City by myself when I was 18. Yeah. And so she says so she's originally from Massachusetts. Yeah, she was a blackjack car dealer at Foxwoods in Connecticut for 15 years. I would love to know. She had carpal tunnel. Her stories. Oh, dude. Has she ever told you people sitting at the table and people she's seen and things go down? Yeah, she did. I had to cut off my podcast. Why? Because she was name dropping all these celebrities, I'll tell you after the podcast, who had fucking gambling problems. So my mom's is very all of her children are vegans. All her children are vegans, and she's not. And every year she's like, all I want this year is some real fucking ice cream. Get me some real ice cream for Thanksgiving. So we get her that. Or we get a real turkey and put it in the oven. She's so stubborn. She's just so East Coast. Why are you guys vegan? Just for animals. I stopped eating animals in 1988.
When I was 18.
Wow.
Animal rights, I get into the punk rock movement.
Yeah, that is, that's the...
Because of Gorilla Biscuits, because I lived with them in the 80s.
Right, and Siv's been
Same.
vegan. I'm convinced he started veganism.
I became one because living with him in 1988.
Yeah, that's wild.
So...
He's staunch.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
We don't. We were vegans before it was a trend and people even knew how to say that fucking word. You know, we were eating like hockey puck veggie burgers and fucking falafels and all this shit. Before there was quinoa. What the fuck was quinoa back then? Or kale and all this stuff we get to eat now, you know?
Yeah, you know, remember when kale was a side bitch underneath cottage cheese?
Dude, you're so right. Holy shit, I never thought about that.
Kale used to be the side bitch.
You are so right.
She used to be the Michelle of Destiny's Child. You're into music, so you get the reference.
Who the fuck is Michelle? I didn't even know her name was in there. That's fucking funny. Dude, that's so crazy.
I should write that down. That could be a good bit.
That's a really good bit.
That could be a good bit. Everyone's eating kale now. She used to be a side bitch, man. She was not anything fancy.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But veganism, so you've been a vegan for a long time.
Yeah.
Are there any downsides? Do you have to like work harder to...
I get my proteins and shit. Dude, my son's, you're going to meet my son. He's fucking...
The model.
Yeah, he's never had meat his whole life, ever.
Wow.
And I have a lot of friends who raise their kids like that. No, I mean, there's a lot of myths and shit like that about proteins and stuff. You don't need so much protein every day. But now, there's so many options everywhere. It's so easy,
There are. I just had this thought yesterday in the grocery store. I was at a Whole Foods in Sherman Oaks. And I'm just in the beverage aisle. The beverage industry is absolutely insane.
Crazy.
The amount of selections within one brand.
You got the Liquid Death, they got the kombucha, yeah.
Right, you got kombucha. That brand probably has 4 or 5 different flavors. Liquid
It does.
Death is starting to expand.
Oh, killing it.
We have too many things, but then I look at the food aisles, I'm like, we have so much food. Think about just in LA, how vast the city is, how many grocery stores we have.
So many.
Filled with food.
Yeah. You fuck with Erewhon?
Fuck Erewhon.
I knew you were going to say something about it.
Fuck Erewhon.
Yeah.
Their smoothies are $25.
I want to try the Hilly Bieber one. I want to see all the hype's all about. It's like $40 or something.
I'm here for checking out a hype, but every time I'm there, and I do it for like a quick shop. Is this the model? Oh my God, the model's here. Are you going to fart on me too, son?
No. Jesse, this is Max.
Hi, nice to meet you, Max.
Nice to meet you.
How was surfing?
Terrible.
It was?
Terrible.
How was the workout?
Insane.
It was good?
Arnold was there.
He was?
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Wow.
Was he?
Yeah.
He's so enigmatic. He's like...
Tell him, Jesse.
It's like an energy. Like it's.
Oh, geez, there's 2 of them. Now we'll get to edit this out the podcast.
What the hell?
Come on in, Tito.
What is this Josh Brolin prototype?
Let's go.
Yeah, he looks like Josh Brolin. If Josh...
Yeah, come on
you
in.
hear my accent? Sarah,
She's fucking New York, dude.
I live out here now, though.
Look at these young lads, dude.
You guys look like you work at a shipyard. I fucking love this.
Yeah, Arnold was there.
Okay, don't.
Did you talk to him?
Talk on the mic and talk.
I was scared.
Talk. All right.
Tell everybody. You got to. People need to know he saw Arnold.
Talk on the mic, dude. Come on. Because Joe's gonna get mad. You interrupt the podcast.
I saw Arnold.
How do you look?
Yeah, how'd he look?
An old fart.
Wow.
No, I looked, dude. It literally was like, it felt like something when he was there, right, Tito? It was like, whoa,
That's an enigma.
an enigma.
It's an energy. When someone's an enigma, they're like almost like a mystery.
There's an aura of him.
Exactly.
Like when I saw Prince in real life, he like floated into the room.
See, I was curious about that because when I saw him one day, he walked into the room and it was just like an energy, like he was the nucleus.
It's an energy, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy because he's just a person. He still shits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
No, he does not. No. He has pet horses in his yard.
He just sits down. He does.
Teeny horses.
I know.
He's so weird. And he's so smart.
I know. Kick it out. You guys are distracting the podcast.
Okay, bye. We'll miss you.
Go do your model shit.
I wish you would have hugged Arnold.
Hugged him?
Yeah. Yeah.
The next time you meet him again.
Yeah. So it's the Gold's Gym on the beach?
Yeah.
That's so cool. He still goes
There was no Huberman there today?
No.
Okay.
Huberman Labs, Huberman?
Yeah. That's the homie go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
I'm just kidding.
It is?
No, I appreciate what he does. He puts free information out there.
He's the human. He's my boy. Yeah,
It's
awesome.
the menopause.
About my boy.
No, he's cool. He just did this episode about menopause and perimenopause. It was so informative.
Dude, he's the best. He was on it twice. He's fully tatted, right? He's punk rock.
Yeah.
Skateboarder.
Why were they trying to take him down for a minute? What was all that about?
We'll talk about off the pod, but also
because he's your homeboy, won't put you on the spot.
Yeah, and he's not married or nothing like that, and he, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
yeah. But it didn't work. He's bigger than ever.
Yeah,
he's the second podcast coming now.
Maybe that's where I was misinformed.
Yeah,
it's hard because you get so much information and you don't know what's valid.
Headlines, it's clickbait, all this fucking shit.
Yeah, it's so confusing, and you're like, I want to enjoy a podcast that has free Ivy League college-backed information.
Dude, he's giving away so many gems, helping millions of fucking people every single day, dude.
Do you know that perimenopause and female-based episode he did with Dr. Claire gave me more information in 2 hours than 20 years of doctors?
Damn. That's fucking awesome.
It's awesome, but it's also like infuriating.
It is, yeah. Because it's free. He's giving it to you for free.
Right.
I know.
And
I punish him so much. If I have a question, if I have a weird bump, if I have like sleep issues, I'll be texting crazy shit. It happens to him all the time. I heard it happens to him when he's waiting in line at Air One.
Oh, I'm
People
sure.
ask him science questions and shit.
It's his own, it's like his gift and his curse.
I had this weird thing. I still have it. I have tingling in my finger because I did something at the gym with my son that I shouldn't be doing with a 21-year-old training me. He was not a trainer. And I had pinched nerve, and I've been to acupuncture. I've been to doctors. I've been to cupping, all this shit. I know what it is. It's going to be gone. But I hit him about it. He's like, actually, my fingers are like that too right now. He goes, I think he's like this heavy pollen in Los Angeles. So I looked up pollen, and it says it could cause tingling in your fucking fingers, dude.
I get that sometimes.
I was like, bro, does this guy know everything? Like, what the fuck?
The pollen here has got to be mixed with some... Why would it do that to your
fingers? It's weird.
Probably like nerves. Maybe it affects your nerves.
Are you a hypochondriac?
I'm not a hypochondriac, but I'm hypersensitive.
Same.
So because I can feel things in my body and I'm sensitive to lights, everything.
Damn.
It's not a hypochondria. It's just a hyper-awareness.
Okay.
So it makes me consider things.
Okay.
Are you a hypochondriac?
Totally, dude.
I feel like
I
that
think
is...
I'm dying and shit. It's crazy.
This is a statement. I feel like veganism and hypochondria go hand in hand.
Wow.
Is that a bold statement?
It could be true, man.
Joe, cut that out.
No, because my son is one too. That's because of me, probably. I think.
Yeah, that's generational.
By the way, how's the temperature in here?
It's great.
Before she came on the podcast.
I'm sweaty.
Oh, let's get to that too, dude. So Jesse was supposed to be in this podcast like 100 fucking times. I got sick. She got sick. Her dog got sick. Something happened. I'm like, bro, does this girl really exist? Am I texting? Is this really who I'm texting? So amazing. But yeah, the one thing she's like, what's the temperature there? Because I want it to be cold. I can't be sweating on the podcast.
I can't stand you going to people's podcasts.
Because I get AC in there. Let me know. It's this nice.
No, it's not. It's like a. It's like a float.
Who has a hot podcast though where you're fucking sweating? That's so weird. We don't have to say any names, but
there's been a couple where you go in and you're like, damn, is this a part of the conversation?
Or you're freezing to death.
Or you're so cold. Like I brought like a knitted wool shawl for the serious show I did before this because they keep it ice cold.
Yeah.
Cold plunge cold.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so I'm interested about veganism. So I was a vegetarian for about 10 years.
Okay, why are we vegetarian for?
I think similar, where I just felt like, not even just protecting animals, some meat is gross.
But also you're a dog lover.
I'm a dog lover.
That's the thing.
Have you ever had a dog? They're delicious.
But that's the thing where people, when they start seeing that they're living things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that pig's different, but pigs are smart as well. But
there's just something I viscerally feel when I eat it. I can't eat pig.
Okay.
I have no problem biting into a cow.
Okay.
My body, I feel like...
Your body needs a cow?
There's something about anemia, iron. I crave meat once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also, you start watching documentaries, anyone could become a vegan after that.
Dude.
Chicken.
The dogs are so I know.
Chicken?
Even fish, dude.
Even fish.
I know.
Farm-raised salmon is one of the dirtiest, nastiest, grossest, worm-infected things you could ever put in your body.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
It's so crazy.
You saw Seaspiracy?
Oh, gosh. And I'm out here like, when I was sick for, really sick for 2 weeks. I just got over the symptoms.
Yeah.
Like a few days ago.
Was it crazy flu?
I don't know what it was. I take that back. I have a theory.
Tell me.
And you seem like you might be receptive to this. I get a lot of work done, like body work, Reiki, deep intuitive massage.
Same.
I'm into microdosing. I'm into,
okay.
I'm connected to all that stuff. I like that stuff. Alternative medicines. plant medicines.
What's that shit? What's that? Ashwagandha? What's that shit called?
Ashwagandha, yeah. I use that almost daily. It's really good for ADHD and mood stabilization.
What about the other crazy big word I can't pronounce? People go out in the desert and do it, and they trip.
Ayahuasca?
Out. Yeah.
I have not done that yet, but it is on my to-do list.
Okay.
There's this retreat in Costa Rica called Rhythmia that I'm communicating with, and we are courting. They're courting me. I'm courting them just to get ready for that.
So you're in tune with your body and your mind.
Yes. And so I had really deep work done with a couple that I work with, body work.
Like a deep tissue massage?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
I could use that right now for my pain.
It's not deep tissue massage. It's shadow work, for a lack of a better term. It's working on the part of you that is keeping you back, the part of you that is preventing you from breaking through.
Okay.
And working on the sort of unconscious part of us that is communicating consistently and we're not listening to it.
Gotcha.
All of us have this noise, this chatter.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you know anybody in your life who fights with everybody and it's everybody else's fault.
Oh, dude. I have a couple.
You know, and sometimes we can, all of us can get into that place sometimes.
Totally.
So I just feel like I'm living in this place where all of this is available. California is so open to that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of anything I can while I'm able to. So I worked with this couple, 5 hours of talking, going through history, family history, talking about things that have happened, just all that sort of thing. It's like therapy. It's a form of therapy.
Totally. Mixed
in with body work. Pressure points and talking well, applying pressure to certain pressure points. Words fall short to describe the effect that it has on you and what it actually is. But
I'd like to try it, actually.
I'll connect you with this couple. They're absolutely, I call them the witch and the warlock.
Okay.
If you experience them, you'll understand why. Their process is like, they refer to it as the crackening. And so after that 5-hour session, I had a week of pure bliss. I was connected. I was a little hazy in a great way, sober hazy and feeling like elated. And then almost to the day, start of the second week, I started to get sick. The sickest I've ever been in my life.
Interesting.
Where
all the toxins coming out, maybe? Or
I think it was a purge. And I know it sounds woo-woo.
No, I believe it.
But it was pure elation to extreme. I was incapacitated, and I go all day.
Yeah.
I do 100 things at once. I do too much. I did nothing for 2 weeks. When I mean nothing,
and that's hard too, probably.
Hard. I'm like, my dogs are looking at me like, "Are we alive?"
Yeah.
I didn't walk them for 2 weeks.
Damn.
And I have 3. I obviously love them. I want to take care of them. I did nothing, and I think it was like a purge.
Wow.
And then another thing, I broke out in this wild rash.
Interesting.
So I don't know if I got like rickets or if it was a purge.
Why did you talk to the couple about it?
No, they said that this is pretty characteristic.
Okay.
I didn't put it together. I just assumed I had the flu.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to my girlfriend who's also within this realm of self-help and evolution. She goes, "Girl, that's a purge. That's a purge."
Wow.
From elation to incapacitation to a rash. Your body was showing you what it could be. After that work, it freed itself. And then it said, let's get rid of everything.
Yeah.
I haven't had coffee.
Really?
In a month.
Is that your thing? Was it your thing?
Yeah, every day.
Damn.
I loved coffee.
Wow. So you feel different. Things are different.
I feel on the other side of, I feel, like I'm experiencing
you feel
things
lighter mentally and stuff?
More sober. The things that I used to go to that, like a knee-jerk reaction to reach for, to soothe, I don't find myself wanting to do that.
You talked to him about that too, probably?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like a 6-week, weekly follow-up.
Damn. Were you doing coffee your whole life?
No, probably for the past 15 years though.
Yeah.
And I've never been like a huge drinker, but even wine that I love so much, my body's just very like selective. So when I put something in my body, instantly now I'm like, that I don't want that.
Wow, it just knows automatically.
Yeah, I think I've let go of something that was fogging my ability to be in tune with myself.
Damn. That's heavy. That's cool. I want to try that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's a luxury to have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just imagine if 4 people in your life could have access to that. Mm-hmm. That sort of healing. I just feel like we're all struggling. Life is chaotic.
It is, man.
You know?
Especially coming out of the pandemic, especially with social media, everything, man. Everything's just like magnified a million fucking times. Politics, everything, dude. It's so much to absorb, man. And we're on our phones because it's what we do to promote ourselves. You know, it's like a necessary evil, but it's so dark. This is, I don't know. I can't imagine just my son just growing up with social, that's all he knows. We got to be outside when we were kids doing shit before the internet, you know?
How great was that?
So sick, dude. We're so lucky to have had that.
Your son seems
different. He's barely on social media. He's barely on that shit. He's being told by his friends, be on there more to promote modeling, or he doesn't give a fuck. He surfs every day, he skates, he's gym, he's outside.
Yeah, he seems like he's in his own thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't give that,
he's
either
outside
him or his
kid.
friend.
Yeah. He's always outside, man. Yeah. I love that.
That's you. That's you and your wife.
For sure. But he needs to be on a little more to promote like what he's doing, but even then, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll throw a picture up and keep it moving. He's not on there. You know what I mean? He's not on there.
Amazing.
But he's also communicating with people through TikTok or whatever they fucking talk on.
Yeah.
But growing up in this house, my wife had him make phone calls on this rotary phone to teach him to call people on the telephone. So he would always have to call his friends from this phone.
Shut up.
Because my wife made him do it to teach him how to dial the fucking telephone, which kids don't know how to do anymore. So he'd call people on this phone. Swear to God. Yeah, dude. Old school. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was a great phone to hang up on somebody.
It's the sound of it.
Oh, the ring that it hits.
It's a scary ring when it rings.
Oh,
though, dude.
it is. It'll throw the coffee out of your cup.
Yeah. But yeah, my son's always been like that, man. Were you always into comedy as a kid? Like, were you watching TV comedy things? Like, what was your deal?
Yeah, my dad was always into comedy specials. I remember watching Richard Pryor. Best. I remember watching him. I remember watching Joan Rivers, Robin Williams, Comic Relief, Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Best.
All that, laughing, all the reruns. We watched everything. My dad that's how he escaped.
Awesome.
I just got hit with another Stella bomb.
Are you serious? That's
Stella!
2? No, that's 2?
Oh my God.
Okay, so she knows you love dogs.
Look at her.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's funny. I start talking about my dad and she farts because my dad was like the fart king.
Oh, he was?
Oh, he would like pull my finger. He was so gross.
What's a message from your pops?
You know, side note, funny you say, you're going to
oh my God, it's so bad, dude.
You got it now?
I'm so sorry.
It's so bad.
Fuck. The pod was sick, but he talked shit on me twice. I'm sorry. Still, you bitch,
fart.
girl.
Is she a vegan too?
No, she's not,
that's
dude.
That's a problem.
That's crazy when dogs are vegans. That's a whole other story.
It's so wild. A vegan cat is like, girl, stop.
Dude.
We get you have a cat, you're a vegan, it's a part of your like costume, but don't do it to the cat.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the fart.
No, you don't have to.
We're going back to your dad in
it's
comedy
nature.
and your dad farting and shit.
Yeah, so my dad passed away in 2018. And, you know, I hadn't had any signs from him. Like I was looking for signs. I was so desperate for a sign. And so I was doing a live. I used to do these Weeds Day lives where I would smoke a little and answer questions from fans and stuff. Yeah. And I was doing one of those and I had a fart machine and it wasn't working. It wasn't working for me. And so there's a video of this. And so I finally kind of get it working where I push it and it'll fart. There's like 10 different farts.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking on the live and I said, I'm going to try and communicate with my dad.
Damn.
I was like, Dad, if you can hear me, let me know through the fart machine. Because it was like working and then it wasn't. And so I did a countdown from 10 and right at the 1, it farted.
No way, dude.
When it hadn't been working.
Damn, man.
And
I believe it. I believe that. You lost it?
I lost it. I was like, if he were to communicate with me, it'd be this way.
Yeah.
It'd be through a fart machine.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah, but I don't know what brought us there.
Let's talk about your dad in comedy growing up.
Yes,
your dad always playing comedies for you and stuff.
He loved comedy. And he also, I think the reason I got into it, besides the fact that it was his thing, and I think comedy was our language, how we communicated.
Yeah.
He was friends with comedians in Syracuse. These guys, Mike Goss and Tom Anzalone and Moody McCarthy and Gomez Adams and all these guys would go out on the weekend and do their shows and then come back on Sunday and all have breakfast together and talk about their gigs.
Yeah.
And my dad, being friends with them, he'd go as well because he just loved hanging out with comedians. And I would go. And I was like 15, 16 years old, and I just would go with these guys on the weekends hearing about what they were doing. I was like, wait, you get to leave and make money? Like, you get to leave here on the weekends?
Wow. Yeah.
That sounds like fun. You just have to talk to strangers? I can do that. So I think it kind of planted the seed.
Yeah. Were you working jobs at a young age too?
Oh God, I was so bad at it. This is so funny. I got a job at a grocery store, Wegmans, and I was so bad at cashier. Like there's a, I don't know if you know this, there's a register that does math for you.
Did not know that.
I couldn't handle it. It was always like 37 cents off. And Wegmans is a corporation. They're like, we need
Wegmans, yeah.
We got to balance the till. And I'm like, I think you just said a racial slur, but I'm not going to check it. And so I was so bad at the register that they demoted me to bagging groceries. I was like short bus demoted bagging groceries back in the day. Cause that's all that, like, kids like that worked that job.
Yeah.
Helping Hands was like a job that they had for like more mentally challenged, disabled children and me.
How old were you?
I was like 16. I just had turned working age, 17.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. My boyfriend, not my boyfriend, this guy, Casey Benz, I loved in high school, who I ended up dating towards the end once I got my braces off and colored my hair blonde. Thank you, hormones.
Your braces? Wow.
Honey, 2 sets. That brutal. Look, train tracks.
Ooh.
Yeah, horrible.
It's so harsh for kids growing up, man.
Pimples and braces, bury me.
Damn.
Put me in a coffin. I don't need to be here. Like, just embalm me until this part is done.
Yeah. How long did you keep braces on for?
Fucking 40 years. I don't know.
It probably felt like forever too.
Oh, it felt like forever, and they take it off and I drooled everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, but I remember one day I was helping Hands and Casey was like coming in with his mom. And I'm like, I'm just here, just filling it in.
Oh, drooling and shit.
Yeah. Drooling my fucking braces. Idiot.
Were you a good kid in school? Did you like school?
I was good. I was smart, but I had attention issues, and I like to make kids laugh.
Yeah.
So most of the teachers couldn't stand me, and then, you know, a couple of those like cool Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
What was that movie called? It was with Coolio.
With the big song, dude. Gangsta's Paradise, dude.
What was it? Dangerous Minds?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a couple of those like Dangerous Mind teachers that we had that could handle me because education is so. Is subjective the right word? Or is it objective? I always get those.
Objective, yeah.
You know, it's like standardized education didn't work for me. And so I struggled in that standard classroom, so much so that I had to go to another school.
Really?
Yeah, but my sister always laughs at me, but it was a school for the gifted. So it was like maybe it wasn't, and they told me that, but I'm going to go with it was. But I learned like Greek mythology and English literature, all these. They taught you college courses in a more focused, smaller classroom. Gotcha. And I wish my whole education had been that because I really thrived there.
Yeah.
But then the funding shut down and we had to leave.
Yeah, it was hard to focus in school.
The orphanage. No, I'm just kidding. It was hard for me to focus, but I did well. I don't know how.
Was there like theater and stuff you took, anything like that?
I wish, man. At the cool school we had Mr. Bajali was our gay drama teacher.
Sick name.
Sick name. First gay guy I ever met. Mr. Bajali. And he, like, you hear that name, how do you imagine his personality?
Jolly, funny, outgoing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little sarcastic.
But was he? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Bajali just sounds,
He was very theatrical and just wanted us to be like, these sparks, like encouraged the spark. Mm-hmm. And I go back to Mrs. Imborski and she's like, do you know the capital of Nicaragua? I'm like, I don't know what Nicaragua is. I thought that was the capital. Your breath smells like coffee. So I struggled, but I did well.
Yeah. You do sports at all?
I loved sports.
Okay. What were you doing?
I was doing softball, lacrosse, basketball.
Damn.
I loved basketball.
I can see you doing basketball in a while. I don't know.
I have a little flavor.
Yeah.
I loved the girls. All the girls were amazing. It was like I was the only white chick.
Okay.
And they call me Crazy J.
Sick.
Yeah, there's like Shamika and Sheena and Rashida. Those are all my girls. Shout out.
Crazy J, that's hard.
Yeah. But I used to, oh God, you're bringing back all these memories. So I played JV for a little bit. And our JV varsity games are always back to back.
Yeah.
The home games. And so in between, they would roll them right in one into another, and they do like a little halftime in between the JV and varsity.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. I can't believe I totally forgot about this. I convinced the school to allow me to do a show in between the JV and varsity.
What kind of show?
I would dance. I had them set up the mic in the auditorium, the basketball.
Just you?
Yeah, just me.
Oh my God.
I would dance. I'd do a choreography that I would work on at my house.
Like to what music? What songs?
Cotton candy. Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
No way.
That shit?
You're dancing to Tootsie Roll in your school?
Yeah. All those hot songs of the time. I was doing all those
Luke?
songs.
I thought that was Luke. Tootsie Roll.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Who was that?
It's not Luke?
Something Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Ghetto Boys?
No.
No?
Something Boys, though.
It is Something Boys.
Something from the South or Florida or something. Yeah.
Yeah, cotton candy, sweet as let me see that.
Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll. So you're doing a crazy, like, fucking wild dance.
In the middle of the games.
You weren't even nervous or nothing?
No. I hadn't known that I wanted to do comedy, but I think that was my attempt at something resembling.
Were people laughing?
Yeah, because I was all over the court.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was making fun of the refs.
Did you have good moves though? Could you dance?
I could dance.
Okay.
Yep. So it was.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Is there anybody film that shit or no?
Oh God.
It'd be so sick if it was on film, dude.
I would love if somebody just popped out of the woodwork on email and just sent me a video. Because not that I know. It would be amazing if someone had something.
And nobody's filming back then though.
No, we were filming with our minds.
I know.
Miss that.
Damn, so you did that more than once or just that one time?
All the time.
Wow.
Until they were like, okay. They're like, we got to stop this. I'm like, but I think it turned out really good.
It's cool that you... it's cool that you pitched that and they let you do it. It didn't check the lyrics of the song or none of that shit.
Yeah, no, they were like, yeah, cool. And I brought my mix, plug me into the sound speaker, let's go.
Dude.
I'm not hot, I'm just putting my hair off my neck.
But nobody else was doing it with you, it was just you.
Just me. Like, what?
Fucking crazy.
I mean, it's not like I needed attention. I had my dad and the neighbor's dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know, I really got daddy issues. I'm like, no, I didn't. I had plenty of dads.
Fuck.
Never without a dad.
Were you tight with your siblings?
Yeah, we were. You know, my mom was really open about my father's first marriage with his two daughters, and they were always around when I was younger. So my mom had an open door policy. Even when she and my dad split, because she loved him so much, and they just loved each other, just didn't work out. Her prerequisite for anyone she started dating beyond the neighbor's dad, she wasn't dating multiple men at once. I don't want to paint my mom to be some town whore. She was not. Did she make great choices? Well, did you? Did your mom?
No, my mom didn't actually. Especially if my dad died. Like, she had dudes come to the house, we would run them out the house, dude. They were never good enough for my mom. I felt bad, dude. This guy, Bill Greco.
Fucking Bill.
Fuck you, Bill, man. Try to be my dad. Bill
Greco.
3 boys ran that fool out the house, dude.
Stop. That sounds like a movie scene.
Yeah, nobody was good enough for my mom after my dad passed. It's kind of sad because that ended up being her true love.
Oh.
And she never got married after that, man. Anyway,
that happens.
Anyway, back to your life.
No, that happens to you. And I think that was true for my mom and dad as well. Like, and I think that's why she made this prerequisite of, I can see you, we can be together. But the father of my children is in my life, sometimes stops by unannounced.
Yeah.
And we'll be here for the holidays. We'll be here to celebrate everything. And that is just
He's farting too.
Farting. He would drive her nuts though. Like, he had keys to the house, or he knew where the spares were. One time she came home. She goes, she sends me a text message. She goes, your father's in the kitchen cooking steak.
Wow.
I came home, he drank. I came home, found your father in my kitchen cooking steak. He had drank all of my Labatt's Blue.
Wow.
Hilarious.
I love that.
Yeah, he just come over and cook her food, drink her beers, and then hang out, and then left.
Didn't get the memo that they weren't together. I love it. Just came there.
Yeah, But
they were tight. Your mom, they were cool with each other?
They were tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shared a understanding.
Yeah. How long were they together?
That's a really good question. My sister would know. My sister keeps like the family chronology. Is that the word? Chronology?
Chronicles, whatever.
Yeah, the Chronicles. Yeah, the Chronicles of Peluso.
20 years they together, maybe?
Yeah, give or take.
It's a long time, man. Marriage is crazy, man.
How long have you been married?
27.
It's
27 years, man. It's fucking wild, man.
You can't. Here's my thought on it.
I'm very
I'm
lucky,
not married.
though. I married my best friend, yeah.
That's important.
You gotta be friends first, man.
You have to have that basis. You have to want to.
We didn't even do it for the longest time. Like, I had to work for that shit.
That's the thing.
My wife made me work for that shit because
Good for her.
She liked me for a long time, and I didn't trust women. I'd just been cheated on, and I played hard to get in my own way, and she was after me for so long. And she worked at New York. She worked at Limelight Palladium. We used to always go there and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And she made me work for that shit. And then we finally did it. We did it in Rome. That was the first time we ever did it, by the Rome Coliseum.
That's romantic.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm hopeless romantic. No, I'm romantic. But yeah, so I got my chance with her. So yeah.
That having that friendship basis, and I would imagine marriage is consistent work.
Totally.
You can't ever neglect it.
You can't.
In any way.
Especially when the kids get in the mix too, dude.
Right.
It changes everything, man. Just like your quality time, everything, dude. You gotta figure it out, man, you know? I can't imagine having more than one kid, dude.
Oh my gosh. These people have multiple children. How are you doing it?
I know.
By the grace of God, how are you doing this?
I know.
Do you meet people and they got like a whole house full?
They got like fucking, the Wu-Tang, like fucking mad people. It's
how are you
crazy.
feeding all of these?
I know.
It's so expensive.
Did you ever want to be married?
You know, I never daydreamed about marriage or kids, but I always daydreamed about, I think, more like entertainment. I don't know why I was just that was my daydream.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it. It's something that I'm open to for sure.
Yeah.
Because I like commitment. I'm good in that.
Yeah.
I like.
You hopeless romantic?
Not hopeless.
Okay.
But definitely a romantic.
Yeah.
I think maybe for a few years I was, maybe in my 20s, you know, because I grew up on rom-coms.
Yeah.
They painted a picture that I was like, oh, this is the way it should be. Great.
It's so funny. I had somebody here yesterday talking about that. He's been married a long time too, how people have it twisted that rom-coms and all this other shit is what marriage is when it's not. It's like nothing like that. Obviously there's romance, but like it's work, man. It's a fucking partnership. It's so many things. It's so many ups and downs, you know?
And sometimes it's boring.
Totally.
Like.
Totally.
And that to me, that's great.
Yeah.
I miss boredom. We used to have so much boredom. And then this.
I know, man. That shit ruined everything.
It ruined everything. And boredom's the playground for the brain. And the nap time.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
In the day to have some sort of level of boredom.
Just your creativity level has been down since the phones. Because when you're by yourself, you're just trying to think of things to do throughout the day and use your brain, read, just whatever, you know? Like,
right.
I don't know.
And I think that's why there is definitely a level of apathy everyone's feeling. A level of, you know, just like a car that's you're trying to get it running and it just won't run the way it used to. It's not that it can't. There's something that's not working as well.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen when social media goes away. Oh, is it going to go away?
Well, they're talking about. I thought that they were talking about, like, the government was discussing putting more regulations on social media. I don't know how you would regulate that. It seems too big and too difficult.
It's kind of too late, man. Kids have seen everything on that shit.
Yeah. How do you regulate the internet? And also then you get into like censorship. And I think it's a really tough thing to sort of regulate. Yeah. It seems difficult. I don't know, you know.
There's so much money involved in it now.
So much money.
It's crazy, dude. We're so desensitized to so many things because of just scrolling. Now I see people like robbing fucking the mall, people getting shot, getting run over by cars, people getting stabbed, eaten by animals and sharks. It's just like, yeah, normal. It's not fucking normal, dude. It does something to your psyche.
We're not meant to see that.
No. It's fucking all day, dude.
It also, I believe we're not meant to see all of that. I also believe we're not meant to, there's a beauty in scarcity. Scarcity is the thing that makes us travel. Yeah. We don't have this here, but they have it there. They speak this language there. They have this tradition there.
Great point.
And I think we're experiencing the result of having too much. Yeah. You know, maybe you shouldn't be able to get acai here. Maybe you should have to travel to go get that shit in Brazil.
We just go Postmates it and get it right now.
Right now, you and I could have the most delicious acai. Totally. Now, that's great. Yeah. And maybe it would encourage us to go travel, but why would we have to?
I know. I'm going to Brazil in 2 weeks. I can't wait to get acai, even though I know I like the ones here better because they're less sugar and they're gluten-free and they're vegan. But the ones that are like so much sugar, but I know what you're saying. That's a great point though. You just go swipe, get the acai right now. Yeah. I want those shoes. Okay, that guy's wearing shoes. Okay, I'm gonna get the shoes. It's just like now, everything, man.
Instant gratification is not good for the soul, the brain, the mind, body. The struggle is the most important aspect of the human experience.
A lot of these kids don't have that right now.
No, and that's why they're miserable. That's why they're lost. That's why they don't have a due north. Struggle is like an extinct animal. You know? It's like it's one more whale swimming around. It's the last one.
Yeah. Or work ethic, a lot of these kids. They just want to be famous by doing something crazy on the internet.
Yeah, and that's also struggle. They don't want to work hard.
I know, dude.
You don't want to struggle? And it's changing everything. I see it in entertainment where, flash in the pan YouTube stars are taking up weekends at comedy clubs. And you're also, not only are you supporting someone who's not necessarily an artist, you're also kind of starting to brainwash your audience into what art and entertainment is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of big comedians my son knows from YouTube.
Wild. And things evolve.
Selling out fucking massive places. I know, dude.
It's weird. You kind of have to I guess it's a balance of what used to be and what is now, like evolving and
totally
riding with a technological wave. But like you said, what if social media and everything just went away?
I know.
You know what would happen? We'd talk to our fucking neighbor.
I know.
We'd have a barbecue.
I know.
We'd walk down the street. We'd go to a play. We'd get out and live life. We've become the people from, what's that movie? WALL-E. Remember when they're on the ship?
WALL-E's great. Yeah.
It's great.
I know.
Don't watch it on an edible because you'll be like, oh God, I am a part of this now. I watched it on an edible. I was like, oh, this is it. This is happening.
Maybe for us it'd be easy because we're an older generation, but the younger kids, they might be like, whoa, what do I do?
Yeah.
How do I meet my friend at a show? That's texting. But
right.
I remember going to shows and saying I'll see you next Sunday at CBGB's. So I wouldn't talk to that person all week and I just see him next week.
You'd find them.
Yeah, they'd be there.
You'd find them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, people travel across miles, state lines.
Yeah.
Freaking covered wagon. They'd find their way.
I know.
Humans will always find the way. The way we get messed up is when we get in the way of ourselves, and all this technology is, like you said,
we count on it so much.
We count on it so much, and
you can't find your phone for like 5 or 10 minutes. You're like, oh my God, what the fuck? It's crazy, man.
It's crack.
It's scary, dude.
Everyone acts like they're not an addict. Every single person is addicted.
You check your hours on there and stuff?
Are you kidding? This is like crack. It's a drug. It's like, I need it to work.
It's the extension of the human arm. That's what Steve Jobs said he wanted to create.
And he did.
It's part of our bodies. It's the last thing you look at before you go to bed and the first thing you look when you wake up, probably, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's not good.
You shut it off at night?
I don't shut it off, but my notifications are never on. It's by my bed.
It's not good for you, girl.
It's not good.
No.
What
are you going to miss? You're going to sleep. You need fucking beauty sleep.
Yeah, I don't need it in there.
I shut my shit completely off and go to bed and look at that shit.
I might start shutting it off too.
It's not good to have it on too, supposedly.
The EMF.
Just record, just whatever, dude.
They say the electric magnetic.
But you're not going to miss anything while you're sleeping, dude.
No.
That's the thing, it's the fear of missing out and missing something important.
Yeah, it's so unnecessary to have it right by the bed. The only reason why it's right by the bed so you can grab it in the fucking morning. It's a drug.
Are you looking at it in the dark too at night?
Only if there's something going on, like if in very rare instances where maybe my sister or my brother-in-law was sick.
Yeah.
Like if there was something where I needed to check on something, but no, I don't. My boyfriend checks it 4 or 5 times in the night. He's got a definite issue, but we all do. I mean, this thing is, it's you need it for socializing. You need it to go out.
We just need it to promote.
Yeah.
Because you already got a man, so you're good.
Yeah. And honestly, I drive everyone nuts. I have DND all day. I have no notifications on this.
I love it. That's great.
I'm not fucking around, but I think I'm going to start shutting it off at night. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I really do that.
Oh, also my meter's probly up.
You might have alarm come. Want an alarm come on?
I didn't set the alarm.
Oh, Max put Max, come here.
Max, I need you. Arnold. Arnold.
What? I think he's coming in. Maximus. Okay, we're going to pause. We'll pause.
Want to pause and I can run out and do it? He's savvy.
Yeah. He's very out.
I'm just checking time. I got until 1. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's very outspoken, very sweet and very...
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you.
He seems all there.
Yeah.
How old is he?
21. So are you doing any stand-up before you end up in Cambridge, Mass? Like you try, you do something in Syracuse?
I did.
And how do you end up there?
I followed a boyfriend.
Damn, it's always the man.
It's the boyfriend.
It's always for love.
Yeah, it's for love. But then I also, I wanted out of Syracuse. I just felt the limitation of it.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could go further.
Yeah. Than
the boundaries.
But why Cambridge? Is because there was good comedy out there?
I was Boston. I was just down the street from Boston College. I was actually on Com Ave between Boston College and Boston University.
That's my mom right there.
Yeah. We're right near Marty's Liquors. Yeah, Arlington is what the neighborhood was. You ever play at Harper's Ferry?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry, yeah.
No, I haven't. I love the accent so much. I don't know why. It's so annoying, but I love it for some reason.
Harper's Ferry.
Dude.
People are just... But there's nothing better than someone from Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you like Boston when you got there?
I did. I felt exposed to all different types of smells and people and cultures. It felt bigger, even though it's not that big of a city.
It's not. It's a pretty clean city, it seems.
It's beautiful.
I know.
It's so beautiful.
Could you live there, though? Again? Or was that?
It's so hard. It's like you. It's like I do love it here, but I feel like I don't know where else I would live. I don't know if I could live there again. I'm not someone who likes to go backwards.
That's what I'm saying.
I like to forge the new path.
So without going to the East Coast and you're in California, like where else would you go? I don't fucking know, man.
Montana?
Austin's pretty chill.
I think I get sick of it.
I like visiting there, actually, yeah.
That humidity?
True. East Coast has humidity, though.
They do.
Mosquitoes, too.
Oh, God. Those nasty things. Those things are so annoying. I like those guns that people have. Like they shoot salt at bugs.
Really?
Yeah, that's fun. It's like they look like real guns. And you just like murder bugs.
With salt.
It's like it shoots out. It's like a buckshot of salt.
Weird.
Yeah.
I know.
A little aggressive. It feels like something that Kid Rock maybe made. Some merch.
It's his new merch.
Yeah, it should be. If it's not, it should be.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So your first stand-up was in Cambridge?
Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, my first stand-up show was in Cambridge. My dad came out to it.
Really?
Yeah. It was
What
funny.
were you talking about? Like, what was like...
I joined this like writing group where
called The Tribe or something?
Yeah. You did some research.
Come on, girl.
You just some Googling. You got notes. You got handwritten notes.
It's always, every guest.
I love the genius, the madness.
Every guest. I have all my shit.
That's great. Yeah.
My OCD.
I know. Are you Virgo?
No, I'm not.
What are you?
I'm fucking Aries.
Did you tell me that?
What does Aries mean? I don't fucking know. I'm looking into that
Aries
stuff.
is the first sign.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So you're like, you're basically like the trendsetter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't know any traits. I'm not going to try and act like I'm one of these girls that has a rose quartz in one of her orifices.
So your dad came out. That's cool.
Yeah, he came out and saw the first show.
And how did you bomb? Was it good?
No, I had like beginner's luck.
Damn.
I killed it. I was like the best one on the show.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old are you then?
19.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And there's actually a recording that I have that I plan on using in a special, because I haven't done a special yet, and that's my next goal.
That's right, you haven't done one. It's interesting about comedians, how long they're in the game before they have a special. I think it's really cool. I saw Bill Burr talking about it once, I think. Like, you're paying your dues, you're getting out there, you're trying your material over and over again, new things, and you kind of not graduate to that, but after, like, what happens after, once you do a special, then what? It's a whole new thing?
It's a whole new thing.
Then you stop doing the stuff you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, you're supposed to retire it.
Got you.
I have heard there's a level of depression afterwards because this material's been a part of your repertoire for some time.
Totally.
I mean, I don't think there's any jokes that are like 20 years old, but I just haven't recorded anything yet.
Why is that? Is that by choice?
Yeah, it takes me a while to come around to things sometimes, especially like bigger goals. And I want it to be great. I'm a perfectionist, and that's probably something that definitely holds me back sometimes. But I'm not somebody who's going to be putting out special after special after special.
Yeah.
You know, some of these people just year after year after year.
They do.
I don't need to be that prolific. I don't have that much to say. I want to just put like a couple out that are groundbreaking.
It's amazing. Yeah.
You know, like what you saw is kind of closer to what I would film.
Totally.
So, you know, but I am impressed by people who just pound out material like that. Some people are just machines. Man. Like Bill's a machine.
Incredible,
man. And
Chris Rock, that last one he did was incredible. Bigger and blacker. Dude. I mean, Chappelle is like the fucking greatest, man.
Yeah. And
you can't cancel Chappelle. You can't cancel anybody, but he just said it. He set the tone for all you comedians, just all the comedians. It's like, yo, this is what we do. This is what we talk about. Fuck off. You can't cancel us. I feel like you kind of set that tone.
Yeah, we're a reflection of society.
Mm-hmm.
We're a place where we're talking about all of the emotions and the frustrations and the anger and the anxiety and the fear. We are the vehicle, the vessel.
You're saying the shit people want to say online or want to express or want to say.
And it's just to make you laugh.
Totally.
And to think, sure.
Absolutely.
But.
And to escape.
Hello. It's healing.
It's totally healing. Comedy's fucking incredible.
We all take ourselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
We're so stressed. We're filled with fear. We've lost connection to our creativity, like you were mentioning before. And I think we all just are too serious.
For our own good. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yeah, and life's too short to be that fucking serious. And there's enough serious shit happening all around us. I feel like comedy's bigger than it ever fucking was, man.
I feel opposite, but maybe in different ways.
That whole Netflix is a joke thing was crazy when it took over LA and shit for a couple of weeks. That was pretty interesting.
Everyone was on it. There was no discernment. I don't know if that's a word. Threw it right out.
Whatever. It's a great word. It's a big one.
What's the over under?
I didn't go to college either.
Do you think it was a word? I'm going to Google
discernment.
it.
Yeah, Google it.
Discernment.
But that was so cool seeing that everywhere.
It was cool, but I also was like, everyone's everyone's a comedian? It's a word.
See?
Delicate discrimination. There was no delicate discrimination.
Yeah.
And it to me, it was, I mean, I was a part of it, so it was awesome.
Yeah, that's where I saw you.
But I think what they're doing, my theory on the festival is that they're planning on taking over or creating a big festival. And so they were testing the waters. Yeah. Because that's the way you do it. You just blanket the whole city.
Totally.
We're taking over.
Is that like a goal? Is Netflix like a goal for all comedians?
I think a lot of comedians.
End all be all of everything.
A streamer of some sorts. But Netflix is,
YouTube's chill.
YouTube's chill. YouTube gives you, some...
And you get paid.
Creative control, but you can get pinged. You can't do anything on YouTube.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Sometimes...
There's censorship on there?
Yeah, there's censorship on YouTube.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I get some things that are like...
But I'm sure there's some censorship on Netflix once they see your thing, if they think some things are out of control. No, maybe not.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I wonder if there is.
There should be.
Just
give them a warning. I have a real problem with me being able to walk into a grocery store and buy food that slowly kills me. That's clearly poison. Okay, I have my own free will.
So true.
I get that. But that's available right on a shelf.
Yeah.
And you're going to cut off words from someone.
Yeah. It's a good point.
The words may hurt, but that hurt is connected to truth. There's a possibility for understanding in a deeper level with communication and with that form of that art form.
Yeah.
But to censor to me seems, so you're doing this because you want to protect me, but you're allowing me to walk into a store and poison myself.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It doesn't make sense.
That's because society doesn't see that as poison. Nobody talks about it like that, though.
No, I feel like it's starting I feel like the food industry, the FDA, all of that is starting to sort of, there are whistleblowers that are pulling the bricks from those walls.
For sure. Pharmaceuticals, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about social media too, man. Everybody's getting everything's exposed.
It's all starting to get exposed. And then it gets confusing because then people create videos that are fake that are promoted as
totally.
Like, how do you know what is real?
Exactly, because everybody debates both sides always, so you don't know what's what. You can find anything you want that you believe in on the internet.
And the other thing that's frustrating is like, I do read like New York Times or New Yorker. One of those.
That's cool. You still do that though. You read actual newspaper online?
No, online. Okay. God, you know what? You just made me. I get the news. I get the New Yorker magazine.
Sick.
I was influenced by my man who does it, and I love their articles. I was reading them anyways online. I was like, I'm going to get the magazine. Yeah. Old school. Yeah, newspaper. I fucking love a newspaper. So I think I might start getting the newspaper. But even the New York Times has started to do these bait. What are they? Clickbait? Clickbait, yeah. Their headlines will be bait, like clickbait. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. No. You're supposed to be like, an institution, an editorial institution. Exactly, yeah. I need to be able to trust
you. Above all that stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the upper echelon.
It's like the trash magazines and all the gossip magazines.
Don't stoop to that.
Yeah.
So now you're worried about likes and clicks? No, where's the truth?
Well, that's probably the young kids who started working. I don't know. Who knows?
It's really wild, and it's sort of thing where, you're told how things are. Like there's videos and you're told what's going on in these other places and you're told this is happening. Yeah, you're told what's good for you. But if you really get out in the world, it's a lot different. It's so much more different. People are not, at least in my experience, people are not as bad.
I agree, man.
As they all are perceived to be.
During the whole pandemic, I would see all this shit on the news, and then I go take a walk, and people would be walking around outside. It wasn't zombies. Everything wasn't fucking on fire. Like online, it looked so, even LA during all the crazy stuff, like it wasn't like that when you went outside, but nobody was going outside. People were so scared because they were on the fucking phones all day, reading all this shit. It was just like, that was a crazy eye-opener for us. It's like during the pandemic, just the lockdown shit and just going outside, going to the ocean with my son, learning how to surf, going to Runyon Canyon. You had to wear a mask up there. They were checking your mask. It was crazy. But just all that shit. You're outside, have to put a mask. It was just a wild time. All that shit was wild, dude.
It really was. And,
It's just a reality from the internet than real life. That's what I'm saying. The perspective, all that shit is just so...
It feels like if you could look at the effects of a video on a population, just one video, like a news story or something.
Yeah.
It's a burst of energy. Like the way I could equate it, the analogy that comes to my mind is like you put a bunch of rats in a maze, or you just put them in a controlled like test, and you inject them with something and see what the reaction is. You inject them with meth and see how they react. You inject them with cocaine and maybe inject them with too much vitamin A and see. It feels like we're being tested with these injections of information. And it would be interesting.
True.
Like I don't feel like we can see what the collective effect is. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe we can, because people also feel a little wild.
Yeah.
A little unhinged.
Totally.
In LA, at least.
Yeah. But also online, LA looks fucking crazy.
That's
as
what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like where
I walk everywhere and I see all kinds of people out there living and doing things and stuff. Yeah, obviously there's homeless people, some zombies out there towards your neck of the woods. But
for real.
But I'm just saying, I walk to Melrose, I walk everywhere. I'm everywhere. I see all kinds of people out living and people riding their bikes and people. I don't know, man. But then online, it just looks crazy. Like home invasions in Hancock Park, just all this shit.
Did you see that guy a couple of days ago try to steal a baby out of a man's hands?
I did see that.
That was...
Where was that?
Where was that? It was in LA.
Yeah.
And then that guy was like having a mental break.
Yeah.
And here's a thought I had, because I was thinking about that on the way here. So... that's the story. That's allegedly what happened with this guy. This guy had a mental break, probably drugs, drug-induced, some sort of like psychosis. That's what that caption said at that time. Who knows if it's evolved. But then I thought, there are people in the world, and maybe rightfully so, I don't know, that would defend him.
Yeah.
For trying to take this baby. They'd be like, well, he's mentally unhinged. He's unstable. He needs help.
Yeah.
And like supporting him. Yeah, but
he didn't mean to do it.
Take a baby.
I know.
What was he going to do with the 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Have you ever had it? The guy obviously never had a 2-year-old. They're horrible.
Yeah.
You don't want a 2-year-old. They can't talk.
Yeah.
They're running around.
Yeah.
It's like hell. You don't want a
That's what I'm saying. There's both sides for everything now. There's arguments for everything.
And it's wild. It's really wild. I was thinking about that. I'm like, people are probably going to defend this guy. Like, well, he needs resources. And they might not be wrong.
It's the governor's fault or this person's fault, which is, a lot of that shit's true too.
He might not, they might not be wrong.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that is a conversation that is being had. Mm-hmm. It's just a thought in my mind. I'm like, there's probably people who want to defend this dude who tried to steal this baby.
Yeah,
he ended up getting...
just every kind of coaches, everything, dude. Fucking, it's crazy, man.
And who knows? Who knows what he was going through?
Yeah.
I mean, the human psyche is a mystery.
It is. It's crazy seeing all those videos, all that stuff. I did see that video. It was fucking crazy, dude. There's been more than one like that. The babies being taken away for sure.
It's wild. In Venice, there was this group of Eastern European guys. I don't know if they caught them, but they had some surveillance of them. They had a white van. I mean, they must have gone to Party City to get this costume. They got the white van and, Euro trash outfits. They were using puppies to lure women into their white van.
Wow, dude.
And there was photos of...
And just kidnapping the women?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
And then it's like...
That shit's like a movie.
It's like a movie. And in my mind, I'm like, I didn't research further. As a woman living in Venice, I didn't research further. Were there guys with a van? Or is this just someone entertaining themselves, putting some fear-mongering...
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah, what if it was just a nice guy with a puppy?
Yeah.
And someone took a photo and created a narrative.
Totally.
We don't know. There are crazy people walking in the street. There are crazy people sitting at home on their computer.
Totally, man. It's really scary, man.
That's mental warfare.
It is.
And people get off on inciting that.
Yeah. And we don't know the difference anymore.
No, we don't. And so that's
even with the news on TV, what's real? And the news online or, I don't know, all the presidents, all this other shit, dude.
Give me that 1980s news where it's like...
When the presidents weren't on Twitter and stuff talking shit.
And the worst thing, the most terrifying thing was when they were like, something in your fridge may be killing you. More at 11. And you're like, we got to get back at 11. The fuck is it?
Dude, that's so true.
We had just the one thing to be afraid of.
You're so right, man.
And then you could fix it. You're like,
there's a recall on fucking Kraft macaroni.
Yeah, we can't have Kraft macaroni. That's okay. They'll fix it in a couple months.
Dude, but it's so true. That was like the thing. It wasn't like all day on your phone, all these things, dude.
We are inundated with
That's
it.
bad for you. The seed oils. I seen the oil shit now everywhere. Like, don't eat these oils.
What does Huberman say? Do we know?
That's a great question. I'll ask him.
You got to ask him because...
I'll text about the oils because I am curious about the oils. It's a big thing people are talking about.
I heard that the soybean, the
vegetable,
Canadian oil, the vegetable
canola,
oil, all that is carcinogenic. It is manufactured.
Palm oil is the bad one.
Palm oil is bad for the deforestation.
Yes.
And I just want 1980s news. I want bomb pops. I want Velveeta shells and cheese. I want TGI Friday entertainment and in simplicity.
Yeah. Everything's bad for you now. Everything causes something bad.
I think humans left to their own devices without limitations, without tradition, and I dare I say without religion, without some sort of institutions surrounding our existence, we're wild. Left to our own devices may not be so great for some of us.
Yeah.
Because some of us can't handle it. You and I see it firsthand. I mean, living in New York.
Totally.
The disparity was it was different. I don't know why. Maybe getting older, your thought process is different. But being in LA, I will say that the homeless energy in the homeless community feels different.
Yeah, man.
It feels a little more unhinged.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It does if you go to certain parts, but when I'm walking towards your area, there's a couple tents that have like TVs and satellite dishes, and this one like military dude, I see him every fucking day. He gives me like a nod. He's in there like eating soup, reading the newspaper. He has a fucking TV.
Living.
He's got some sort of like, he's got cords going into somebody else's house. It's this huge tent on Venice. It's like 4 blocks from here.
Sounds like Tom Green.
And then I walked by a house the other day where it was like, there was a big Trump cutout in the dude's window with Trump 2024. And then around the corner was a flag and it said, and he had spray painted like, I dare you to come into my yard. Across the street was a Harris thing. This is like in my neighborhood now. It's fucking crazy. Just seeing all this shit, dude. I'm like, where am I?
I think one of the things we're all experiencing are forms of extremism.
Yeah. Closer
to our environment.
Totally.
And people are becoming more extreme because of our phones.
True.
It's wild. Like I went to this gallery, like this artist event last week, and Stella.
No
What's
way.
it mean if she does it 3 times?
I feel like you're the number one guest on the podcast. I mean, you're gonna get a trophy or something.
Her butt is.
I'm so sorry.
It is like a one of those things that Genie comes out of. What is that thing?
Genie in the bottle.
Do you know the yeah? It's like it
I'm
is.
so sorry.
It's a Middle Eastern genie.
No, she's never farted 3 times in somebody.
Estelle.
She's so comfortable with you, though.
Oh, honey.
I'm sorry. Wait, all this time to come to my pod and getting shit on by my dog.
I do. She's so fine.
What were we saying before that?
We're talking about like extremism.
Yeah.
It's really, people have become more extreme. It's because of our phones. And
I blame phones on everything, man. Because what else is it? It's what every single person's on every day, all day long.
And one of the things that I have come to understand, one of the things that really affects and what we're experiencing are the dopamine dumps. So we're no longer getting dopamine the way we should, which is communicating with our friends, out in nature.
Absolutely.
You know, more natural exercising, dancing, like those more natural dopamine and inducing activities.
Yeah.
We're just dopamine dumping. Scroll, hit a dopamine. And we are numbing and have evolved the way our brains have administered dopamine.
Totally. Like 10, 20 years from now, we're going to find out crazy shit about these phones and our brains, all that stuff, dude.
I would even think that they would be, like cell phones would contribute to memory loss, to dementia, to all sorts of cognitive issues.
Yeah.
Remember writing notes down? I still do.
I do.
To-dos.
Yeah. I have notepads. I have Post-its and shit.
I remember a time before taking comedy notes on this. And
I see comedians on their phones doing the notes now, but yeah.
Yeah, and I bring a pen and pad.
Yeah.
There's something, that's just a mechanical connective activity between your hand, your mind, and your brain.
Yeah.
That we're already losing. Like these kids, do they even write in school?
No, I don't think so, man.
They're on iPads.
I don't think they even taught cursive in my son's school, to be honest.
No, they got rid of cursive. Cursive is gone.
And math is different too. There's a whole way to do
1 + 1. That's it.
Yeah. But this new way to do math now is crazy. My son graduated on Zoom during the pandemic. That was totally weird too.
It's not natural.
I know. But everything's through this shit. That's why it's so crazy, man.
It is crazy.
So we're back to Boston for 1 second. So you're doing stand-up in Boston.
Yeah.
How long are you doing that for before you start getting like a name for yourself?
I was there for 4 years and then I moved to New York.
Yeah. I know.
And then I was in New York for a decade.
Girl code shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right. Girl code was probably the first big thing. I did Tyra Banks' talk show.
That's pretty sick.
Guest on the side. They were like testing out having guests on the side and I had a great time.
That's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
I forgot you had a show.
Yeah. I felt like, oh man, I made it big. I'm Tyra Banks, guest on the side. I had no idea.
Well, you just grind in New York, doing the same thing. Just
stand up, taking auditions.
It's a different level in New York, right?
It is.
Because you could do all week long if you want, do stand up, right?
You could do 5 shows a night.
It's crazy, dude. And you're walking everywhere too.
Yeah.
So easy.
There's probably 5 shows within a 6-block radius. Damn. Down in McDougal,
yes. Did you like New York?
West 3rd. Yeah, I loved
city?
it.
I know.
The city has a heartbeat.
It really does. It still has it. It's different, but yeah.
And I mean, what's going to happen with the mayor?
I just saw that.
I was like, ruh-roh, in an election year?
Sir, what is going on? I know,
What is going on?
Everybody's scandalous.
Everyone's so corrupt.
Who's coming? Like, this Diddy shit, like, not to get into all that, but like, he's not the only one. He's gonna maybe take some people down with him.
Yeah, why is it taking so long? Where's the list?
I know.
Give us a list in the details.
We never got the list on Homeboys Island either, though. We never really saw that either, though.
He's like the Black Jeffrey Epstein.
And they're the same jail, I heard, the same prison, same spot. It's so crazy.
What if Kitty dies in prison?
I know. I don't know if he's too much like narcissistic or egomaniac to like take his own life. He's got a lot of children. I don't know, man.
I'm saying, what if he gets killed?
I think he's totally like separated somewhere. I don't fucking know, man. But now I believe all this shit with like getting Pac killed, all that shit.
Oh yeah,
like, come on, dude.
He's shown a side of him that shows that he has a disregard for human life.
Crazy was in the park playing hacky sack in Central Park earlier that day. I don't know if you saw footage of that. This motherfucker's playing. Who's playing hacky sack?
Hacky sack. He's like, look, I'm one of you. He's doing like one of the whitest activities he could find.
He's playing hacky sack in Central Park hours before, dude. It's crazy because throughout my whole entire life, all the people I met, people in the industry, people in music, actors that I know that fool, they always said, they would say things about him. Like that he was off. Yeah, 100%.
He seemed
over 20
off.
years I've been hearing that from everybody, but somehow people have been paid off or whatever. People
like to be close to any kind of greatness.
100%.
Doesn't matter if it's evil.
I know. It's just crazy seeing like all of the photos. Obviously, everybody get a photo with somebody. That doesn't mean anything, but
people are so lost. They're willing to attach themselves to anything to feel a part of something bigger than them.
I know.
And it's
people just jockeying celebrities, just all that shit. Just interesting to me. I mean, they're treating Trump like he's a fucking celebrity. They're treating these presidents like they're fucking give a fuck about anybody but themselves, which is so crazy to me.
It's
the first time in my life I see people. I was at Newark Airport. They were selling Harris and Trump merch. I'm like, yo, who's wearing fucking merch of a president?
Yeah, how nerdy are you?
So
what
weird.
A loser.
It's so weird. But it's weird though.
It is weird.
Don't you think it's weird?
Yeah, my sister. I mean, I'm
Trump dropping gold-looking fake Jordans just came out.
Oh my gosh! It just the merch. It is a strange thing because
life is.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
As a kid, maybe it was going on. Although it'd be kind of cool to get my hands on like a vintage.
I've seen vintage
Kennedy T-shirt.
I've seen those, maybe Reagan ones.
That'd be kind of great. But if anyone has one, send it my way.
But life is like an SNL skit right now. All this shit's like an SNL skit.
You're right.
It's so fucking
It's
crazy.
unbelievable. Truth is stranger than fiction. And for the first time in my life, I'm like, oh, life really is a ride.
Yeah.
We are on a fucking wild ride. And the harder you try to manipulate the tracks that you're on, it's going to be harder for you.
Yeah.
You buckle in and hope the seatbelt lasts. Yeah,
man, it's crazy.
It is. And
are you worried about getting canceled as a comedian or anything like that, or what you say?
No, I'm not edgy enough. I don't poke the bear enough in that sense to say anything that.
Because that's just your style, and not because you're.
Yeah, that's because that's who I like as a person.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't have a strong enough opinion in those types of areas. The one area that always intrigues me and I'm forever intrigued by is I've always been by transgenders and how people treat them and how we're acting like this hasn't been around since the dawn of time. Mm-hmm. You think gay people just came about? They're born gay, mofo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of popes that are gay. There's a lot of people who are gay.
It's crazy how people are so like offended or scared or judgmental about people that they've never met or never will meet and have no effect on their fucking personal life, and how it bothers them and scares them and makes them angry. You never even met this fucking person, man.
Why are you so mad that this guy is gay?
Dude, it's like, how's
gay?
How's it affecting you and bothering your life? That's the same with so many fucking things, though. But it's like that in particular is like so annoying.
The transgender thing is so wild to me. Like, who cares? But also, I'm in the middle of a lot of things. Also, don't be mad at me, and expect me. I don't think it's fair that I have this. There's an expectation that I address you or know how to address you. Right?
Everybody's still learning about that stuff.
You got to give people a
minute. A little bit of time, yeah.
And
because the last thing you want to do is disrespect somebody and make them feel uncomfortable or say the wrong thing, obviously.
Right. But
it's all new to us.
Have a sense of humor about yourself.
Yeah.
Because for a minute, you're going to be a guy in a dress or a girl in dungarees. I don't know what you call them.
Dungarees is very old school.
I'm here bringing back some nostalgia.
Dungarees.
I'm here for TGI Friday networking. Okay.
Dungarees, jeans. Oh yeah.
I don't even know what they are. It's just what popped out of my head. Kind of like the word I had to double check.
Dude, dungarees is some old school shit.
That's some old school shit.
But I know what you're saying though. Yeah,
Like, here's where my brain goes, and I'm probably missing some details, and this is all for fun. But when I think of it all, I think of like Bruce Jenner. Mm-hmm. Remember when Bruce Jenner was kind of like pre-transitioning, and he had a vehicular moment where he killed a woman?
Yes.
And then he became a woman, and we all forgot about that, and then he became like, wasn't he like Woman of the Year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, that whole encapsulated moment in life was crazy.
Yeah. Happened so fast, it seemed to, yeah.
It happened so fast. Like, wait, he just killed a woman, became a woman, and now he's the best at being a woman?
Was that before the pandemic or during the pandemic?
I think it was right before. I think vehicular homicide? Is that what they call it?
Vehicular manslaughter? I don't know.
Manslaughter, something like that. I believe that was like pre-quarantine, do we want to say?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2019. That's my guess. What's your guess?
I would say 2019. Yeah, right before that. It was in
Malibu, wasn't it?
Probably.
Pays $800,000 2015. In
2015, wow.
Caitlyn Jenner. So imagine, how does that work though? If you commit the crime as a man, but then you're tried as a woman.
Doesn't really matter, I guess. You're still the same You're still the same person, the same age, right? It doesn't really matter what that is. You're still still that same human.
Caitlyn Jenner will not be charged in fatal crash. Prosecutors decided to not charge her with vehicular manslaughter for a fatal crash that left one woman dead. You have to ask yourself, had it been Bruce Jenner, would they have charged? Because
that's interesting.
Now they're dealing with a transgender. So if they had accused her, would the transgender community had come after them? It's just there's so many.
That's interesting.
And I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious
about
it all.
This Bruce Jenner from the Wheaties boxes. Yeah.
It's just it's an interesting. As a woman, it's interesting to watch these things unfold.
I think no matter what version of Jenner it was, it's still murder. Like somebody still got killed.
Yes.
So it's like, I think that whole thing had to be probably kept quiet anyway because it was a horrible thing. I don't know.
That's a good
do you know what I'm saying?
There's
so it doesn't really matter which version of Jenner it was.
Someone died.
It still happened, and then that's like to have that come out alone is crazy. But it came out and went by pretty fast. I remember that. It's
so insane. And then like the whole Leah Thompson, that the athlete.
Oh yeah. Do you talk about this in stand-up at all or no?
I never have, but it's interesting to me. The transgender thing is interesting. I just am intrigued by how vile people can be.
There's a show we've been watching. It's on Jubilee on YouTube. It's called Common Ground. You heard about this show?
No.
Oh my God. So it'll be one liberal surrounded, he's 21 years old, surrounded by 21-year-old Republicans.
Is it scripted or not?
No, they're face to face. They take turns debating about presidents versus presidents, gay versus straight.
Wow.
African Americans versus black people in America. We watched it last night. There's every side, gay versus trans versus, and they go in these circles and it's like timed and they get to talk about shit without yelling. It's so sick. We're obsessed with it. It's how the debate should have been.
Yeah. We've lost
common
the ability to.
Because nobody does it. Nobody talks in front of each other. And
every single person has some common ground. It's genius. 100%. Is that what they get to?
100%.
Wow, I just got chills.
It's so fucking beautiful. We've been watching it every fucking night.
What a great idea.
I know, but this one kid, he was the only one for Harris, and the other ones are all for Trump. But they're all like my son's age, and they all take turns face to face, and then they show the actual facts across the screen of who said something right, who said something wrong. It's all fact checked. It's fucking genius.
That's genius.
That's how the debates should have been. Debates were crazy.
Politics have turned into entertainment.
Are you into politics?
Every time I attempt to educate myself more, I become so infuriated. And I feel like maybe that fury should propel me deeper into it.
Yeah.
But I feel this lack of confidence that I can really make any headway in any area.
Or difference. Like the one vote or just whatever, yeah.
I feel like that's sort of what happens to people who get into politics, right? You start off, like I have an uncle who ran for local politics.
Yeah.
You know, like local city council or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know if it was mayor. It might have been mayor for this little town. But I think a lot of these politicians enter into politics with a pure heart and a real desire to make change.
Absolutely.
And then they get put through the fucking system.
But then they're just a puppet because there's a bunch of people pulling strings that are there. Like Obama, everybody. He was incredible. I had so much hope, no pun intended, for change and all that stuff. And then once they get in there, they get, see how old Obama looked when he get out of that shit? Dude,
Obama looked like he went in going to vacation and then got kidnapped.
Still a handsome dude. But yeah.
That's a great idea. I could do that as a joke.
Dude, but you should write it down. But that was crazy. Like, because then
he came out looking rough.
They had these goals and these dreams of what they want to do. Then once they get in, it's like, oh, he's this old dude's back here. Nope.
It's back pocketing. It's all back pocketing.
But to us, we believe that they are going to make those changes and they want to make the world a better place, which they do. But then when they get in, they're really just powerless, man. So that's what's crazy when I see people worshiping these candidates like they're fucking going to save everybody, dude. I've never felt saved by any fucking president. I've never felt anything like that.
It's jersey sport. What jersey are you wearing? You wearing red? You wearing blue? You red or blue?
Did you see Ice-T did a whole post? He called them Democrats and Republic
Bloods?
Dude, it broke the whole shit down, dude.
That's genius.
It's so fucking genius. It was like, holy shit, I never think about it like that.
Both of the sides have very questionable tactics, and both sides are corrupt.
Totally. And then also both sides is probably a common ground for both sides. Like,
that's a great point.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes, but
we're all fucking humans that all want to live in a safe place with our families, with our kids, just whatever, be safe and live in this world together.
I have to wonder.
Nobody likes violence or fucking, I don't know.
No, humans.
Or war. I don't know.
That type of suffering is not what I'm discussing when, like in the beginning, I'm talking about like we all need to suffer or struggle.
Of course. Pay your fucking dues.
Yeah, pay your dues.
Sleep on the floor, fucking share a room with somebody at the hotel,
yeah.
and fucking go in a van and fucking
eat some cheap ass lunch.
Do comedy to 3 people or play a show to 5 people in a fucking basement in New Jersey.
We all have to pay our dues.
All that shit. Nobody's out there doing that shit.
No. And, politics gets so frustrating because it also feels like because of the machine that is the political system, they come out on the other side and it's all personal interest. Now they're in a game of personal interest.
Yeah.
They've lost the desire. And maybe a lot like me being frustrated because I get overwhelmed with all of the layers of politics. There's so much to absorb.
Absolutely.
It gets overwhelming. And so maybe that's what happens to a lot of these politics too. They get in and they get overwhelmed by the red tape and the bureaucracy of it all.
And just give into it?
And they give in.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what?
Fuck it.
I guess if I'm going to sink or swim, I'm going to swim. And I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, man.
And there's probably a lot of that tug and pull.
That's a great point, actually.
It sucks, but it just feels like they're all out for themselves now. And I feel like there's no way that these politicians, especially the upper echelon ones, the more popular ones that are in the public eye more, that they're not looking at their phone and checking their likes.
Of course, man.
There's no way they're not affected by that.
They're 100% affected by that. Even our fucking governor, whatever the fuck his name is, do some all that, dude. All that, dude.
I don't think they should have any access to that. I think that should be like a public. Have somebody. I'm sure they do have people run their social media. But
I don't know about Trump, man. But during the pandemic, the Trump should give me anxiety, dude. He's talking shit about fucking foreign leaders and saying shit and saying dude, that shit killed me. That gave me the most anxiety. Is this motherfucker on Twitter? Then he got banned from Twitter.
That's right.
But now he's back because homeboy likes him. The Tesla dude, he's allowing him back to be on there and shit. You know what I mean? Like
I listen to everything.
I listen to all of it.
Did you listen to Elon and Donald have a live chat on X?
No, I can watch that.
It was fascinating.
You fuck with both sides and listen to everything, right?
I think it's smart to educate yourself about what everyone's talking about.
I watch all of it, dude.
I'm not in any way politically affluent. I'm a novice when it comes to this, but I'm not going to just listen to one side. And I'm not listening to the other side to be swayed either way.
Same.
I'm just curious.
Me too, man.
I'm curious what this wild mofo is about to say.
Yeah.
To our generation's quote unquote Nikola Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's like Einstein chatting with Trump, because there's no one like Trump, let's be real.
No, man. He's like the most,
who do you equate him to?
He's like a living gangster. He gets away with everything. It's unreal, man.
It's insane what he gets away with. And so, yeah, I want to listen to that unedited.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Uncensored conversation between him and Elon Musk.
Yeah, was it good?
I'm going to listen to that. Yeah. It was fascinating.
It's crazy to think about all the people that got all hyped and bought that Tesla truck years ago on a waiting list, and they loved him, and now they're like, they got the truck and like they don't agree with who he's endorsing himself with. They're like, fuck, I got this big ass truck and this dude's hanging with Trump. Like whoever bought, you know what I'm saying? Like, because all of a sudden that guy got more political and talking about different things since they ordered this fucking crazy ass truck from Road Warrior.
And that's why you can't, it's hard not to, but you can't jump on the flash in the pan trends. Mm-hmm. I always sit back and kind of wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, oh man, you got to check this out. You know, you got to get to this and then they get to that. I'm like, I'm going to wait 6 months and see if you get a rash.
Unless Huberman says it.
That's Stanford.
I'm on my AG1s. I'm on my sunlight in my face.
That's Stanford educated.
Yeah, I'm on my element fucking electrolytes. I'm on my fucking take my glass to look at the sun every morning.
Yeah, you got to burn your retina.
Plunge sauna.
Yeah.
Some people sound like going out. It's a weird thing to say on the podcast, where we get naked and doing that shit in the sun. Weird shit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Putting your butthole to the sun.
Again, it's struggle. Shit. You're making your body struggle. Oh, yeah. Sunning your perineum.
Yes. That's some real shit, right?
Yeah.
How about grounding? Are you grounding?
Right now.
You are right now. But
yeah,
like, do you
I got my feet inside of Stella.
Do you go barefoot outside?
Yeah, I do.
That shit?
Absolutely.
Damn.
If I can't get out, I will go in my backyard and put my feet in my grass.
I'm going to start doing that.
There's something about the ions.
And that's real shit.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's your podcast. You should do a podcast called That's Real Shit. I mean, by the ocean, I feel that energy.
Do you go to the ocean?
Not as often as I used to, but...
It's crazy. Living in New York, I never went to the Empire State Building until my son was born. I went back and went inside that. But living there, I never went there. But people live by the beach and don't go there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to normalize being a tourist in your own city. I think it's important to know how other people come and enjoy your city.
Yeah.
It's important to see what they're doing so you can have another perspective.
Yeah.
So it's really important to like...
Can you walk to the beach where you live?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I can.
Good for you.
I can. It requires a butterfly knife, 2 different types of mace, and some really good running shoes.
Did you go to Gratitude?
Yeah, today you are sunshine. You are fulfilled. You are adored.
I'm fucking starving. That's what I am when I go there. Just give me the food. I love the food though, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's okay. But you and I eat differently.
I know.
I can eat everything for the most part, but I don't know that I need all of that in my breakfast.
I hear. Yeah, it's true.
I don't know that Moringo. Who's that?
Yeah, there is
why is he here? He sounds like a Middle Earth warlock. What's he doing? Why is he blue?
It's the new Wolverine. I don't know if you've already seen the Wolverine movie that came out recently. It was Wolverine versus Deadpool. No, what the fuck?
It was Deadpool.
Did you see it?
No, was it good?
Where there was a Gratitude character where he's got long hair and he just comes. It was so fucking good. It was the funniest part.
I always look at my perspective is always like the flip side of it, and I'm like, what are you doing with this long hair?
Yeah,
and you're smelling like patchouli. What's really going down? There's anger in there.
Yeah,
but there's also like the real side of it. But I always I have a pretty good bullshit detector. And I question everything.
Same.
And so it gets annoying. I think it's also an East Coast thing.
It is East Coast.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah. I love having East Coast edge over people living here. It's just so different, like having this the honesty and the bluntness and let's get lunch, let's get dinner, all that bullshit people say. That shit's so corny, bro. I can't
stand it.
It's so whack. But there are fake people in New York too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but not as.
But it's who you surround yourself with.
It really
also.
is. It's
also who's in your circle though.
Yes.
Like who you're fucking with.
Yeah.
Like so many transplants I hang out with out here are from the East Coast.
Right, and especially in Venice, there's so many New Yorkers there.
But there's flakes everywhere. But I know what you're saying. The whole like, let's get lunch. I'll talk to you about this script with this shit. Or
I can't stand
let's talk about our brands and this fucking.
Like you want to hang out with me? Let's do it. I mean, look, us. Mm-hmm. I was like, you're like, is this gonna happen? I'm like, homie, it's happening.
I know.
Like I don't.
Life happens. We go through shit.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like small talk, but I do small talk with strangers.
Yeah.
I enjoy small talk with in transactional moments. Mm-hmm. I think it's really important because a lot of those people who work transactional jobs like registers, delivery people, servicemen and women, service person. God, I feel like I just canceled myself.
That's okay.
They don't get the respect. They're treated like robots.
True.
And so maybe we do deserve AI repairmen.
Dude.
Or would it be AI repair?
AI repairman is crazy.
Not me genderizing the robot.
No, AI repairman. That's crazy. Yeah.
Did you see a movie that's coming out with Megan Fox where she's like the AI? She's like this guy's wife, I think, dies or is sick. No, this guy's wife is sick.
Okay.
He needs help raising his kid.
Yeah.
So he's got an AI doll that looks like Megan Fox.
Damn.
What do you think's gonna go down?
Oh, a lot.
Also, I'm like, they're putting vaginas in these dolls?
They are? Oh,
shit. Why are they putting vaginas in the dolls? Well, according to the movie.
Wow.
There was a scene, I'm like, leave it up to a dude to just bone a robot. You guys are gross.
Oh, for sure. There's people going to do that shit.
That's already happening, but.
Megan Fox is in this? Wow.
I don't know why I took this sidebar.
It's okay.
Why we got there, but.
I like how she had a Marilyn Monroe tattoo, then she realized she didn't like Marilyn Monroe and she got lasered off.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch lasered off.
I know. Shout out to Removery.
Dustin. Yeah, shout out to Dustin. Shout out to Removery.
How many tattoos did you have?
Baker's dozen.
Okay.
Baker's dozen. Sif did one.
He did?
Yeah.
You're not laser now, are you?
No.
Okay. When did you tattoo you? What year?
Years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
I was like
10 years ago.
I was like a guinea pig for him, like in New York and Lower East Side in like the early 90s. He lived in Avenue B, tattooed all my shit. Dude.
Yeah, you were blank canvas.
Oh my God.
I'm a firm.
So you regret some of your tats?
I was just going to say, people are always like, no regrets. No, regrets are good. As long as it's not your child, regrets are okay.
That's a good point.
It's okay to have regrets. How else are you going to learn and not and step out differently tomorrow?
Yeah.
So yeah, I regret some people I've allowed in my life, some ink on my body, some things I've said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a human being. Regret is a part of that human experience.
I look at your tattoos. You have some nice tattoos. You're getting your wrist done too.
Yeah, I'm getting some on my wrist. This is, this is all mom related stuff.
Is
my
like
mom
an owl?
Passed away. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Who did that?
This is Rose Hardy. She's out of New York.
Beautiful, man.
She's originally from Auckland. She's so, look at this line work.
I know, it looks beautiful,
She's so talented. And she was so sweet. Oh, it was a tattoo redo show that I did. Ironically,
really?
I did a show about people getting tattoo cover-ups on Netflix, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I worked with Chris Nunez.
Chris Nunez.
Twig
Right.
Sparks.
It's in my notes, girl.
Yeah.
I was still in Girl Code.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Chris Nunez, shout him out.
Nunez.
He's dope.
Twig Sparks.
But he did another show after that, right? Not Ink Master.
He's done a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rose Hardy was a part of the...
That's right, you did Tattoo Redo. Let's go.
Yeah, it was
How'd that
great.
come about?
Do you know Tommy Montoya?
I probably... Oh, yeah.
He's a portrait artist.
Oh, the tatted up dude?
Yeah, he's like one of the best portrait artists. So
yeah, where's he tattooing now?
He's out here.
Yeah, he's a G, dude.
They're all so talented.
That's right. I've talked to that guy in years.
Yeah.
How'd you end up on that? Well, first, how long did Girl Code last for?
That was a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
you just auditioned for that?
I think they saw me doing stand-up and
That's
brought
sick.
me in.
That's sick.
And just asked me about, just asked me a bunch of questions.
That's
like my
cool.
thoughts on some things. And they're like, okay, you're weird. So come on the show.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for you.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
And it was the right timing.
It was like MTV in 2013 or something. Yeah.
And people are like, how'd you get that? I'm like, 10 years of failure? I don't know.
Fuck.
Not,
We parents super proud of that one, huh?
Yeah, we were pumped. That was really exciting.
You're on fucking MTV.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I'm going to be on MTV. I remember calling her. I was coming from Brooklyn, going over the Brooklyn Bridge back to Manhattan. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to be okay. I'm buying everyone a house.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't that kind of money, but I'm a
But
big,
you made some money.
big picture person. I get excited. I'm like, you're going to live in a mansion.
You had your goals. So it was a couple of seasons.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But then the tattoo redo, that was just something that just came up too.
Yeah, and then, during that time, my mom had got, it was my first big show with Netflix. And then my mom got sick 2 days into filming.
Damn.
And she went to the ER. She went to the emergency room. And, she was sick during that entire filming. And so after I was done filming that show, I had to go back home, and I was going back and forth because my mom was in the ICU for 86 days.
Fuck.
She ended up not making it, but
damn, sorry.
Thank you. This Rose from the show, I told her her and I were really tight, and I told her one of the moments when I was with my mom in the ICU, she was kind of in and out of it just because of the condition and everything she was dealing with and drugs and everything. She looked up at me and I'm like, Mom, and she wasn't really responding. I go, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And I was just in a panic, repeating that. She goes, who? You're a tree owl. She was making fun of me. She got sass.
Wow.
And so I was telling Rose the story. She was like, let me tattoo an owl on you.
That's fucking perfect, dude.
And I'm like, I'm never getting rid of this. This is
that's
my most
incredible.
Prized. I'll never get rid of it.
Yeah. But the other ones you're lazy.
The other ones I'm getting the fuck off,
You have a bunch of other ones.
We don't need a stamp. I'm not an envelope.
Do you have a stamp?
I don't need a stamp.
But do you have the stamp?
I have a stamp.
You do?
I have a stamp.
In the back?
Not like a postage stamp, but a stamp.
No, back there. Yeah.
I have regrets.
Is it tribal? No.
No, it's a lotus, a flower.
That's classy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I guess tribal
my tattoos
shit.
They're classy-ish.
Yeah. You got your hand too.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my second favorite. But the rest...
What's it saying in your arm? Is it something?
This is my mom's handwriting.
No way.
Yeah, and I never say what it is on a podcast. But
that's okay.
People know.
Okay.
People who know.
That's nice.
That's her handwriting. I'll tell you off.
Yeah, cool. And then the show was cool. The redo show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was the hardest time ever.
Before Ink Masters and all those shows.
It just came out.
Oh no, that's 4
years ago.
Sorry, that's 2021.
No, 2 years ago because it takes a while.
So LA Ink was over. Miami Ink was over.
It was Netflix's. They didn't have any tattoo shows. No. It's just Netflix tattoo show. I don't know why they didn't do more seasons. It was so much fun, but everything.
It went well?
Yeah. It was great.
So it's just redos.
Yeah. People would come in and their friends would pick the cover up, and the person wouldn't know what the cover up was until it was done. And let me tell you, some of those tattoos, you do a cover up, it's gonna be bigger.
Totally.
It's most likely gonna
unless you're
have
getting
to be
something
bigger.
lasered first, it's different. Yeah.
Right. These people are coming in with pretty massive tattoos as is, but a couple of them were small enough, and people just went a little ham.
Damn.
They went wild. Like they went big.
Well, they put too much black over top. Looks like a black mass.
Yeah, then
or
just
something.
looks like a black blob.
Damn.
So yeah, I've got regrets. I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2.
I know.
There's so much for us to discuss.
I have so much. You have to go now.
I knew we were gonna have this.
This is so sick. I know. I knew it was gonna be fucking awesome and flow so well.
Yeah.
And like,
how long have we been talking?
You're awesome. Like hour 45.
That's amazing.
We come back.
Well,
for
we have
part
to cut
2.
out. We have to cut out your boys. Joe's got some work to do.
I know. We come for part 2.
Yeah, you got to mark on your notes where we are.
I am. I'm just getting to survival paradise. Paradise.
God, that's hot stuff. You guys stay tuned for part 2.
And the charities you do and the Sharp Tongue podcast.
Oh my God, we have so much. We discussed. We didn't even get it.
Shit, dude. No, you're coming back, girl.
You better keep those notes.
I'm keeping them. I don't care if it takes 3 months or 3 fucking years. So this is part 1 then.
Yeah, let's continue.
But I knew we were gonna fucking have a good. This is awesome.
Me too.
Dude. I love hanging out. This is fucking really cool.
Yeah, this is great.
So this is part 1 for the listeners. She's gonna go home and get back to her dogs.
Yeah.
In her fucking crazy neighborhood.
Yeah, so I have to go home and dodge all the homeless people.
I'm gonna go for a crazy walk. I'm gonna walk 5 miles to get PT and walk 5 miles home right now.
That sounds great.
To my gym I go to.
That sounds
I have a great PT
walk.
by the way if you need any help.
I always need help. I always need cracking. But I need crackening.
I want to go crack the.
Yeah, I'll have to connect you with those people.
Yeah, I want to do some really. I want to find out what this. Get rid of this tingling shit. It's driving me crazy, dude.
Hey,
what about chiropractor?
I was just gonna say that to you.
I've never done it my whole life.
I'll say this.
They could get the thing out.
I had the worst sciatic pain.
No joke.
I went once.
Okay.
It's been gone since that appointment.
Really?
It's been gone since that appointment.
So you have a person in LA?
There's a guy. He's called the OC Chiropractor on Instagram. Alex, Dr. Alex.
That's what IG is good for, something like that.
That's and he is.
And where is he? An OC?
Fantastic. He's an OC.
Fuck.
He's so good. You should hit him up.
I'm gonna DM him maybe.
DM him. Tell him I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry. I have so many things to talk about. We'll do a part 2.
Part 2 to come.
We have so many mutual friends.
We haven't even talked about that.
I have a surprise FaceTime call I'm gonna do real quick when we get outside.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Peace.
Bye, guys.